Hey, yesterday was camp day, so there were so many little kids with Fever jerseys on. And it was interesting watching in the pregame, you guys trying to get ready for the game, but also, people were there to see you and spend a moment with you. How do you balance getting ready to do your job with popularity?
Yeah, I think it's a balance you have to try to figure out. This fan base is new to a lot of us, and they're the best fan base in the whole W, and so they're always going to be here, even if we're not playing at home. Regardless of where we're at, we have a ton of fans everywhere we go, and so it's kind of learning the balance of when you need to dial in, you need to dial in, but when you're not, go ahead and interact with the fans, like inspire those young boys and girls. Say thank you to the parents for bringing their kids there, and so I think we're all pros, so you just got to act like a pro, and that's part of being a pro.
How does Caitlin specifically, do you think, handle that?
I have no idea. You got to ask her. That girl's brain is different, so that's all on you.
It seems kind of halfway through the season, you guys are still experiencing some inconsistency, whether it be on and off the court. Obviously, rosters changed too. Just what do you think going forward you guys need to do to get some consistency?
Man, I think that everyone saw that we kind of got some flow when Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking. But now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she just brings that much to the game. And so we have to adjust. And I think all of us just want it now. We know what the potential of this team can be, but we can't think about that. You really have to take day to day and stuff that worked here, we need to carry it over to tomorrow's game. We have a lot of games coming up in I think like 7 days or whatnot. And so it's mentally making sure that we're good. It's physically making sure we're getting recovery, making sure we're taking care of our bodies off the court. But we're trying to figure it out. And I think you guys see it. I think we're all a little frustrated. We're trying to figure out what's clicking, what's not clicking, what works for us defensively. But at the end of the day, I think what we can hang our hat on is not getting outworked, making sure that we're the aggressors, making sure that we're getting boards, controlling what we can control. And I think we need to do a better job at that. And if we can do that, I think stuff offensively will open up for us.
Do you feel like that's part of your role, I guess, when it comes to aggression, grit, things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's just making sure our energy is where it needs to be. It's making sure our focus is where it needs to be. I think we're all a little bit exhausted, but everyone is. We have a lot of games this season. And that's part of being a pro. And what a blessing that we get to dribble an orange basketball for a living. And so sometimes it's taking a step back and having a better perspective and being grateful for it. But I think tomorrow night you're going to see a lot of fight. We're starting to get a little bit pissed off, and that's, I think, what we need. We need a fire under our butts, and we should have had yesterday. We have to give credit to them. They're a great team, the Valkyries, but it's not to our standard. And so we need to. We're running out of time, to be honest, and I think that it's going to light a fire under our butts. And so hopefully you'll see kind of that energy shift tomorrow.
When you say you guys are a little pissed off, is that like specifically after yesterday? Is it just kind of the culmination of it?
I think all of it, right? It's like we have really good spurts, but it's just the consistency piece. And it's why are we not being consistent? Why are we not clicking when we need to click? Why do we get low when they go on a run? Like, it's basketball. This is the best league in the whole entire world. They're going to go on runs. That's what's supposed to happen in a game. But how do you handle that? How can you mentally and physically manage that? And so I do think that's part of my role, is making sure that the team stays together, making sure that, if we get a bad call or something bad happens, you come in, what are you going to do? What's the next play that we're going to do in order for us to get it back? And so we're trying to figure it out. We're all new. We have a new roster, but hopefully this one stays consistent and we can build off of it.
How, you kind of alluded to it earlier, but how difficult has it been? Does it feel like you guys have had to toggle back and forth between identities with, like, Caitlin out, Caitlin's back, Caitlin out, now, back and forth sort of thing?
Yeah, and it's no one's fault. I mean, no one wants to see anyone injured, right? And it's when she is playing with us, we play a different style of basketball, and it's almost like two different teams, right? When she's with us, you play a different style. When she's hurt, which hopefully she's done being hurt, Lord, please hear us, and then we play a whole nother different style. But I do think that once we catch rhythm with her in, we're going to be really, really good. But we can't just keep saying it. You got to put your money where your mouth is.
What do you think's contributed to the offense when there's these 8-minute periods where there's
nothing?
Falling?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, yesterday, we're never going to shoot 30% again. I hope we have too much offensive weapons on the floor to be shooting like that. I think we were a little out of whack, out of rhythm. But at the end of the day, you got to step up and knock down your shots, and that's myself included. Not so sure why we're missing our shots, but today's a new day. I think energy was a little low, but we were dialed in, and then that's a step forward in the right direction. But tomorrow, we owe them. We owe everyone at this point. And so my biggest point is control what you can control. You can't control your shot always going in, but what you can control is your effort on defense, your communication, outworking the other team. There's so many things that we can do to impact the game instead of just our shot falling. And so we have to mentally flip that switch.